Hey, what's going on, you guys? Jay here, and welcome back to the channel. We've got some exciting XRP news to go over here on the channel, and we've got to understand this situation that is unfolding right now in front of our eyes is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Crypto is going to run its course. You are either going to be on board, or you're going to be one of those people in 10 years' time kicking the ground saying to yourself, why did I not invest in one of these crypto products that had some really good rooted foundations? And what we're going to get is an event and a sequence of events that's going to lead many years, many years from now, to an event that was similar to the dot-com era bubble bursting. And out of that bubble came a certain amount of products, things like Apple, Samsung, Google, Amazon. These products that likely were pretty niche at the time, but they got themselves deeply rooted. These are the kind of products that you're going to be looking for as anyone investing in cryptocurrency. So again, what we're going over here today is deeply rooted, and I'm going to get you guys completely up to date so you can understand why the Fed's pitching the idea of skinny master accounts for the cryptocurrency sector is the golden gate, if you will. This is essentially what we've been waiting for, what Ripple XRP creators have been waiting for at this stage. When you think about a entity like Ripple XRP transacting with the everyday financial sector, what you need to understand is it's never ever going to be directly to the horse's mouth or coming directly back from the horse's mouth. There's always going to be a third party, because guess what? Master accounts are not given out to the cryptocurrency sector. So what you need to understand about these master accounts is, if you want to deal with everyday regular finance, you need to have a master account. It's how the institution holds balances, the reserves, so you can transfer funds in the United States financial ecosystem. So again, I can't stress this enough. This is very bullish. It's not an instant hit. It's not going to drive the price up straight away. And this is merely people talking at a conference. But this is big news. And this is likely going to lead us down a road of, yes, getting these skinny master accounts in place. Not only is this going to be good for business, but this is going to be good for the future of our sector, because a skinny master account leads to a full master account. If you want to gather data, if you want to have a sandbox type master account, well, you hand out skinny master accounts, you add limitations to it. So yeah, you can go in, you can gauge data. So now we can understand what a master account is. You need to really understand why this is so bullish for crypto in general, but more importantly, XRP. XRP, from my perspective, is going to be, like I said at the beginning of this video, one of those assets that end up as the Google of cryptocurrency. And like I said, it's deeply rooted. And what I want to do is show you guys that the veil itself that was Operation Choke Point 2.0, being this conspiracy theory that didn't exist, it's now known that the Biden administration were in fact running an Operation Choke Point 2.0, and it was exactly the same as 1.0, but instead it targeted the cryptocurrency sector. And the golden goose himself came forward inside that digital asset summit, and he said this.
And we are ending Operation Choke Point 2.0.
So this is huge news. We now know that this was a real thing. It actually existed. And who was at the Digital Asset Summit specifically? Well, there were a lot of people there, like David Sachs. We saw the man, the myth, the legend himself, Brad Garlinghouse. And we can see him sat here over on the left-hand side, and I think Stuart Alderoiti just over here on the right-hand side. This is big. The reason why this is big is because when they want to show the world the people, the other 95% that exist outside of crypto, not invested, they want to show you who the people are that you want to pay interest to. And Donald Trump is a visionary. This is someone who has absolutely broken the game when it comes to trading, when it comes to being someone who's good for business. So it's not just me who's thinking about how positive this actually is for XRP. This is absolutely everywhere. There's articles being pushed out how the Fed's new crypto shift could put Ripple at the center of payments. Why? Well, Ripple specifically isn't going to be an asset that is essentially deemed as a store of value, kind of what Bitcoin is. Well, no, XRP is essentially not going to be for holding when it enters the US financial ecosystem. It's going to be for transacting. Well, what does this mean? You're a holder. You're not really going to transact much because you want every one of those coins. Well, guess what? Retail finance is just going to use them at their face value to transact on cross-border payments. So again, this is very bullish for business. This news that the Federal Reserve is considering and possibly going to be proposing a skinny master account it's explosive. This is news that once it actually hits, if they put this idea from conference into play, we actually see this account drop, it's going to get absolutely explosive. And if Ripple obtains, right, a Fed master account as an end result, that is just going to be out of this world legendary stuff. We're going to probably see XRP do something crazy similar to what BTC did, where it makes that big jump, the same as Ethereum, the same as Solana, the same as BNB. XRP has always been an underdog, but the underdog itself is a product like Google, like Amazon, that didn't really, Amazon sold books. You know, when did you ever use Google during the 90s? You didn't, you knew the websites, right? So we've got to really think to ourselves as the everyday average Joe. The likelihood is XRP is going to be a product for you, your parents, your grandparents, because they can simply just grab it, sit on it, hold it, and retail is going to do the work. Over the next 10, 15 years, you could be absolutely living your best life, and all you've got to do is be patient, because guess what? These guys are going to do the work for you. This is an actual entity that is moving again at a breakneck speed. Everybody knows about XRP because of the huge court case it went through. Now, I want to stress that this is just talks at the moment, but everything begins as talks. So I want you guys to understand that this is going to increase the institutional trust, right, in Ripple's infrastructure in its entirety, in RLUSD, the product that is the XRP ledger. This is going to reduce the reliance, as I've said, on these intermediary banks. Instead of having to go to the stable owner to use a horse, you've got your own horse at this point. You're not going to rely on banks. This is going to increase the adoption of the cross-border payment system that Ripple has designed. This is a solution, right? That is essentially what Ripple is sat waiting for. And again, this isn't going to increase the utility like a click of the fingers. This is a waiting game. But guess what? I'm a young man. I've got time to wait. This is going to improve payment settlement and efficiency tenfold. It's just going to be directly there. We can implement at this point, well, not we, but not us as holders, but the Ripple XRP entity, right? They're going to be able to just go and do what they need to do. They're going to be able to clear and settle transactions faster, more directly. It's going to reduce costs, delay, counterparty risk. Again, you're not going to that stable owner. You've got your own horse. This is going to strengthen the role of XRP, period. Now, I'm very excited because at the moment, right, the United States itself is one of the largest BTC holders. As we can see here, Wikipedia's telling us around 198,000 BTC as of August 2025 in the strategic reserve. And this is going to be growing all of the time. And I know that in the United States, cryptocurrency ownership, when it comes down to anything that's tied up in legalities, right, that is seized, well, it's the local sheriff, it's the sheriffs that actually hold on to this stuff. So there could be much more out there that's just not been accounted for. And again, Donald Trump ordered that there be an accounting of all of these assets and they get them into a strategic reserve. And the fact that they're not going to be selling any of their Bitcoin, as Donald Trump's told us many times before,
From this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin knows very well: never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not.
So people just simply don't understand the gravity of the situation right now. But like I said, everybody's booming about this. So many different people are writing about it. Eleanor Terrett, she gets a lot of information out there when it comes down to all of the developments with the Federal Reserve, with Jerome Powell. But they are very addicted to Ripple. They're trying to tie everything together. And honestly, you don't need to tie anything together because this thing is actually happening. This isn't what I call a fishwives tale. This isn't a long shot. Ripple, again, is something from my perspective, and again, these videos are just for educational purposes only. This isn't investing advice, but any of my family that have ever come to me and said they want to invest something in the crypto ecosystem, I've always put them forward to XRP because I know it is a guaranteed thing at this point. It has gone through possibly the worst thing it would ever go through in its lifetime, which was that court case. And they came out on top. And the fact that, again, right? They were at this digital asset summit. Big things are happening behind the scenes, my friends. And again, I'm going to continue dollar cost averaging into XRP. I'm going to keep covering it. I'm going to keep getting you guys up to date. If there's anything that I've missed, anything you want me to talk about, anything that is developing with XRP, hit me up, you guys. You know, my Telegram links are below. Direct message me. Send me anything that you want. I love everything that's going on right now with XRP. Again, this thing is going to be the Google end result of cryptocurrency. But yeah, guys, what do you think about all of this? Are you bullish on this? Are you feeling very good on your dollar cost averaging in? Are you one of those people that thought it's always going to stay at $1? It's never ever going to get above $1. I was saying £10 is, sorry, $10, as you can tell, I'm from the United States. I was saying in my previous XRP video, and we're looking at a $10 price target. If this happens, you can wipe that target away. We could go to anything. It could go to $1,000 a coin at this point. And yes, again, it's possible it could happen. If Ripple XRP enter the traditional finance ecosystem, big things, my friend, big things. But look, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the notifications bell. And for those of you looking for something extra, or maybe you want to support the channel, we've got a Patreon reopened below, and I'm working on a trading indicator that will just be given to anyone who is part of that. And it will be free there for you to use. We've got alpha drops, we've got my portfolio updates. And yeah, aside that, guys, I always say this, but I truly mean it. Stay safe, stay humble. That's very important that you remain humble in crypto. And stay aware. This thing changes on a dime. And I'll catch you in the next one.